Hello and welcome to Boring Dad Gaming, where today I'm very excited to be playing a new upcoming game. I was sent advanced access to the alpha build for Shadow of the Road by publisher Owlcat Games. I'm a big fan of their games. As anyone who's followed the channel for any length of time will know, I played Rogue Trader on the channel. I've enjoyed Wrath of the Righteous and Kingmaker, their fantasy RPGs as well, before I started the channel. But they've got this, they're publishing this one. They're not developing it, they are publishing this one. It's an RPG set in, it's a kind of a tactical RPG. It's kind of it's got sort of XCOM-like elements, but mainly sort of role-playing stuff going on. It's quite interesting. I have played this already. But this is Shadow of the Road, set in 19th century Japan. And there's although based in a real period of history, the Edo-period, it kind of mixes kind of the two warring sides are basically magic versus technology. We're kind of the more traditional side supporting the Shogun, lots of magic and stuff at play, some demon stuff going on as well. And then there's the forces of the Emperor who we're facing off against. And they've kind of really embraced foreign technology. There is some sort of fantastical elements as well to the technology. It's very interesting. It took me about 90 minutes to play through this preview build. So I think we'll play it start to finish and see how we get on. Let's dive straight into new game. We'll read the disclaimer. This is not the Nippon you know. Shadow of the Road takes place at the fall of the Edo period. It is a time of great change, not just for Nippon, but for the entire world. While some of these changes occurred in reality, many others are unique to our story. While great care has been taken to research and explore these areas with sensitivity, characters, locations, and events do not reflect their real-life counterparts. This is a work of fiction. As for how and why these deviations from history have occurred, that is for you to discover. Welcome to Shadow of the Road. Death holds Nippon in its grip. So here we go. We kind of get an idea of the two sides. Shogun, divine traditions. Emperor, ruthless progress. Two sides locked in their pathetic ideologies. Wage war. Our dear Shogun's divine traditions are no match for the Emperor. Corrupted by foreign technology. Countless samurai are slaughtered. Among them, Master Mokitsugu, loyal servant of the Shogun. He leaves behind his two most faithful students, forced to flee the battle in disgrace. Wounded, pursued, grieving the man that raised them. They are no longer samurai. Now they are ronin, with no honor and no future. Around them, Nippon is transforming. Will it be reborn? Or will it burn? February 7th, 1868, Yasumi Ryokan. A few days later, Satoru and Akira, those are two characters, the ones who fled the battle in disgrace that we saw in the intro, arrive at a well-travelled ryokan, a half-day's march from Edo. A few surviving stragglers from the Shogun's army occupy the booths around them. Wayless and grieving their fallen master, the ronin consider their next move. course he knew. Master Makitsugu was cunning and relentless in equal measure. What were we thinking? Sneaking into the cellar and drinking his prized sake. Satoru listens to the memory of a happier time in silence, a morose expression on his face. And just as we returned with unsteady feet and stinking of booze, who awaited us?
Our master. But it was not me that revealed our misdeeds.
Oh yes, it's all my fault. You see my skin, Satoru? Tell me, how could I hide the blush of sake? 2 decades later and his words still ring so clear. It's time to spar. A samurai is always prepared. Tell me, Satoru, what happened next? So when we have these words as well, as in, you've probably seen in some other games, when you just mouse over them, it gives you a little bit of background. This goes kind of explaining what samurai is. I'm not going to read that. I will highlight them all. Sometimes they actually relate to specific things for our characters, which I will probably read out.
I do not recall.
Akira raises an eyebrow. Is that so? You don't recall our Battle of the Ages, 2 students faced against their master? A sight I'll never forget. The shinai trembling in your hands and the concentration on your face, desperately holding onto the contents of your stomach. So shinai, I'm hoping I'm not butchering that pronunciation, is a bamboo training sword used for sparring and practice. In truth, Satoru and Akira were lucky. Had their master been truly merciless, he would have disciplined his misbehaving students by forcing them to fight with bakuto, a heavier wooden sword capable of inflicting serious injury. Were this the case, they may have nursed more than a hangover the following day.
That is not how I remember it.
He beat us until we could no longer stand. Was it a lesson or a punishment? Satoru remembers his master's words.
A wound given in training
is a wound taken from the battlefield. At the word battlefield, Satoru's expression falls. He gazes into his sakazuki, which is traditionally sake is served as part of a ceremony. At a ryokan or inn such as this, it is brought out to the guest in a heated bottle and then sipped in a sakazuki, a small porcelain cup. Satoru, you don't mourn him alone. Every stroke of his blade, every lesson that he imparted, it is thanks to Master Makitsugu that we drink and remember.
It was our duty to protect him. We failed.
There was no way to save him but you, Satoru. I could save. I don't regret that.
Our lives have not been saved, Akira. We traded them for our honor.
And we get some choices here, and they're we'll do the tutorial stuff. We'll explain all the elements as they arise. But basically, it seems like we can kind of push our characters down binary paths. We'll kind of see how this plays out here. We can choose honor can be restored, our lives cannot. I will not rest until yours is reclaimed. Or then we shall act as Onryo, which it explains as a vengeful spirit, a particularly cruel and violent type of ghost. We will not rest until we bring death to those that wronged our master. Now I went this in the first one, and it kind of increased our character's warmth and closeness to Satoru, I think. I'm going to choose this one this time and see what it does. Akira was pushed moderately towards the cold-blooded path. Like I said, he was warm before, but it still improved relations between the two of them. Satoru's eyes lock in determination.
As Kamido demands of us.
The way of the kami. Kamido has emerged as an organised code describing the virtues, morals and practices a true samurai should follow. So I guess a bit like the chivalric code that Western European knights would have followed. So that's kind of cool. Ah, the Satoru I know has returned. My arrows and tanto shall follow you to Yomi itself. Yomi no Kuni is the land of the dead. Neither heaven nor hell, a realm of endless wandering, so a little bit like Limbo, I guess. Tanto is the samurai dagger. By the late Edo-period, tanto have fallen out of favour as combat weapons, with longer blades being preferable. Instead, they primarily serve as a decorative or ritualistic role, such as in the ritual of seppuku. Akira, however, finds value in their reduced length. Their use necessitates an extreme close range, a means to embrace the intimacy of death. Here they come.
Search every corner, they're here somewhere.
I didn't see what that second bit said. I didn't advance the dialogue.
Wild dogs of the Shogun, fleeing from your fallen master's heels. Come out, ronin cowards. It seems we have been found. No matter. I will flee no longer. Hiding does not become a warrior.
Allow me, Satoru. I will teach them to fear the bite of a wild dog.
I may be a ronin, but I still walk the path of Kemido. I will defend the Shogun's honor.
So he's pushed moderately towards the samurai path. Akira locks eyes with his old friend. Again, we'll see what that means in a little bit. Then we spill blood for the Shogun.
Show yourselves. Have you no pride left? Ah, so my informant spoke true. Shogunate cowards hiding from battle and drinking in shame.
Speak your name, samurai.
I am Kobayashi Keiichi, loyal servant of our great emperor, but I do not address a samurai. I see only two ronin, allied to the traitorous Shogun, too cowardly to join their feeble master in death.
Careful, brave samurai. I hear insults and insolence. Akira's eyes shimmer in fury. But can your blades match your words? Keiichi hesitates for a moment before steeling his resolve.
Submit to the strength of the Kobayashi clan, and I will grant you merciful deaths.
You are not welcome here. Your emperor has been corrupted at the hands of these filthy gaijin. Gaijin are foreigners, I think, aren't they? Literally outside person.
Ah, it appears the Japanese savage is upset.
ENC, which I think is East Nippon Company, so there was the East India Company, wasn't there, active at around this time, so I guess maybe it's kind of a substitute for them. But they're the ones who've kind of brought this Western technology, which kind of seems quite steampunk from what we've seen so far, like kind of based on like Tesla electrical stuff going on as well. As Keiichi sizes the room, a flash of uncertainty crosses his face.
This isn't right. My informant.
Enough words. My blades will deliver your justice. So, combat tutorial time. I actually got a game over the first time I tried it because I was a little bit cavalier with the health of my guys. So we'll try and get through it without dying. Akira's expression becomes joyful. Such loud noises. Let's open their throats. Right, so it's a tactical role-playing game, like I said. The rewards careful planning and strategic approach, which I didn't do the first time. In this tutorial, you will learn the basics of combat. So first of all, I'm just going to do the camera movements quickly. We don't need to explain too much of that. It's fairly standard for the genre. Now, this operates on a timeline system, which you can see at the top. So basically there are... The ones at the top, it's not exactly turn order, it's more based on time units. Turn interval is how it explains it. So it can be 0 to 7. And why it does that rather than specific turn numbers is you can interact with enemies and allies to kind of move them back and forth along the timeline to either delay an enemy's turn or bring an ally's turn earlier. It's kind of cool actually, but we can see as long as, before anything gets changed, the samurai go first, then Keiichi's acting, then Satoru, and then these guys and so on. Everyone's got a little health bar above them, so it's max health and current health there. So there are attacks of opportunity. Anyone who's played Dungeons and Dragons kind of knows how that works. Once you're kind of up close with an enemy, if a melee enemy, they've got to have a melee attack available to them. If you then move away in your same turn, they will get a chance to strike at you. And there isn't any hit chance in this game. Hits are automatic. And also back hits seem to do more damage as well than attacks against the fronts or sides. So also if you move around an enemy, it will kind of show a little symbol that says if you try and this move, even if you remain in melee range of the enemy, they will have an opportunity to strike you if you do this. So it's going to kind of tell us what to do to begin with, but we're going traversing this grid costs 1 movement point per tile. So you can see that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 movement points available. We're going to use 5 of them if we move here, but we're going to do that because the game wants us to. So Satoru moves there. I can zoom in a little bit, quite a bit actually. So we're going to, it opens up different skills as we go through the tutorial, so there is more options available than this, and you can also learn new skills and actions and stuff. But we're going to do this. So we basically would do 4 to 5 damage, but because we're attacking the back, it's actually 5 to 6. So we do at least 1 more point of damage. Extra critical damage, there's a 5% chance of that. Distraction I'm not quite sure about. What does it say about distraction? Yeah, it doesn't say anything here. I'm not entirely clear on what distraction is. Hopefully we'll have that explained. And he's out of turn, so he has one more attack he could do, but he can't move. Well, I could move an extra place, but the game doesn't want me to, so let's just let this play out. So we've got these riflemen, and what they're doing is sort of charging up an attack, and you'll be able to see on the timeline when he acts and who he'll be shooting at when he does. However, we can interrupt skills, and that's what we're going to do with Akira now. So we're going to move Akira, who is our bowman, our archer, over to here. First of all, he's going to make some line of sight open up, so he's going to take out that cover. That attack didn't end our turn, so we can do another one, and we're going to aim at the rifleman. Now we've broken his planned attacks, and now on the timeline he's not acting because he hasn't got anything sort of saved up. Now, it also says that when you do a break action like we did, you get a bonus action point, which we have now. So it wants me to use that to attack Keiichi, which I shall do. And a back hit, so again we're doing a bit more damage because of that. So he didn't have his planned attack broken, so he shot at his target. AI is going to do a bit of damage to each other.
My weapon is jammed. Cover me.
Powerful skills. They often come with unique drawbacks or conditions for use. Satoru has unlocked the devastating Twin Blade skill. Has a particular form of cooldown, which we'll see on some other skills later in the game as well. But basically it becomes available again once 2 enemies have been killed. And it doesn't have to be by Satoru, like anyone on the allied side. As long as 2 kills happen during our turns, that will come up on his next turn. So he's going to come up to this guy and use that attack. And this basically is like a double attack, so it's 5 to 6 damage, but done twice, which is going to kill this guy on 10 health. There he goes. So that's Satoru's turn again. I think this guy's going, yeah. Akira brings his own arsenal to the battlefield. By lining up his shot, he can fire with immense power. So he can do a delayed skill as well, like the rifleman. But be careful, just as the rifleman were vulnerable to breaks, so is Akira. So it's just telling us to use a well-placed shot. Who do I want to do it on? Probably, maybe like this guy. I want to make sure I've got line of sight, so I might like maybe come to this square. And we're gonna set this up on him. So this should kill this guy, as long as we don't get our attack broken. And we can see that will happen here. So after Satoru's turn. It might actually happen simultaneously with that. I'm not quite sure how that plays out. No, Satoru goes first. So what happened with Satoru before is I don't know, I overestimated just how much he can do. And these guys just basically hacked him to death. Like, I can't kill this guy. Or can I? Actually, I could with the 2 attacks. He dies anyway, and then he could run in. Now, okay, so if I come in this way, go there, then because did you see, like, if I was coming around this way, he was getting like an attack on me for going around this route, but I was able to avoid that by going a different way. We're going to do this. Didn't crit, but I've got another attack, so let's get rid of this guy. So this samurai is actually still alive now. Now Akira just says kill everyone now. So if we end his turn, Akira should shoot at this guy, and it should be a kill. There we go. We've still got our samurai friend now. Although I think he is now going to die. Yeah. So the riflemen are going to look to set up some kills here, basically. So he's actually shooting next. And I'm not going to get a chance with Akira to do anything about that. So what probably I should do is try and break line of sight. I don't think I can do unless I literally run away a bit. If I move him like here, that might break line of sight enough. Still it looks like, I mean, it looks like it's still happening, doesn't it? I guess we'll see. Ah, it did cancel his move because he didn't have that line of sight anymore. I mean, this guy is out of range, but he's... oh, I cancel that attack. So I don't want to expose him to the rifleman, but if I pop him here behind this screen, we should be able to kill this guy. Oh, he's obscured. Alright, well, I'll take out that cover like we did in the tutorial one. And we'll kill you. We got this rifleman. Is he the only one, or is there... I think there might be two of them. So there's one there. And I think there's another one. Unless there's not. Oh, okay, just the one then. Alright, so let's... well, we'll just move there, I guess. Now it's got to Satoru. And we've done the 2 to kill, so we could just come up and twin blade attack this guy again. So let's do that.
Arrogant ronin. You should have run when you had the chance.
Beyond damage, abilities can have widespread effects, including reshaping the timeline. So this is what I was talking about. This is called shifting. Here, Keiichi delivers a staggering strike that shifts Satoru's next turn rightwards, i.e. delaying his turn, allowing enemies to move first. So, let's see what happens. It's basically telling us what's going to happen. Yeah, so we've... I didn't see exactly where Satoru was, but he'll have been nudged back along the timeline. With his shifting attacks and covered by 2 riflemen, he's a treacherous adversary. However, note that frequent delayed attacks leave his riflemen vulnerable to breaks and bonus AP. Take advantage of that to perform multiple actions per turn. So these guys are going to set up attacks, but we should be able to do something about that with Akira. Okay, so first of all, let's break you. Probably can't see him. So let's see if I can do it from there. Yeah, do that again. I've got both attacks back. Now I could do... Does it tell me where I would appear on the timeline? Yeah, it's this one, I think. Oh, it's happening. No, it is happening beyond Keiichi's turn. Does it say it's delay is 5? So we're on 0 and Keiichi's on 6. So if I do a big attack on him, it's going to happen next without a delay. There we go. Okay, so that's delayed our next turn. Some skills allow this score to be manipulated directly. Satoru's leader's call. Yeah, so Satoru has this call here that's been introduced, and basically this means they can act 3 turns quicker. So let's do that now. 5-turn cooldown on that skill. So we've kind of counteracted the delay on that. So we've got Satoru, then the Rifleman act. We did get our twin blades back. Wondering if we go up and just kill this guy. So I could do 10 to 12 damage on him, but it doesn't kill him. And these guys are going to be free to just attack Akira, I think. I mean, the Rifleman will set up a thing, I think. So let's do this. Move back a square. I'm assuming he's gonna set up a shot. He's okay. So he's shifted Akira again, but Akira's yeah, he's gonna get shot now by this guy. Or damage. I mean, I guess we can deal with that. But we can come up and do a couple of quick cuts on him. Another thing you can do is kind of say which way you'll face. If you highlight where you want to move and then hold down the right button, you can actually rotate them. I'm wondering if I can get a back hit on here. It doesn't look like it. Let's give him something to think about. Okay. Now I will get an attack of opportunity, and it's hit him in the back. Retreated. He's reloading. Okay. So I think Keiichi's acting again. He's reloading. Akira. Yeah, I mean, I could even do a delayed shot. Either way, this guy's dead. Well, it's actually, yeah, okay, because it's a far shot, you can see I'm actually doing less damage, so what I'll do is I'll set up that. That then is a kill, will act before he gets to act, so it should happen straight away. Now we're down to Satoru and Keiichi. I kind of don't want to run in, I want to let him run in and try and attack me, I think. I'll just try and pop him behind here. Let's see what he does. Damn. Okay. Like I said, there is no sort of cover system. I mean, you can block line of sight, so in that sense there is a cover system, but in another sense, there's no hit chance percentages, so it doesn't work like that. So if you can see someone, you can hit them. But okay, I'll probably want to do this twice and hope that we sort of average at least 3 per hit. Well, that was a 4, so this is a kill. There we go. That went a lot better than the first time I did this.
May the kami rejoice at your victory.
Tayu-sama.
It cannot end this way. You don't understand. We were promised. I see the teachings of Mokitsugu Domo in your blades, warriors. Satoru Akira, your discipline honors him. It is good to see you even in these troubling circumstances. The Emperor fights for a new Nippon, don't you see? He will give rise to Enough!
Akira's eyes remain fixed on the wounded samurai, his expression imperceptible. Let me, Satoru. Keiichi closes his eyes.
Haruna-san, Akiko, I tried. Everything I've done, I hope you know that. Remember me as a samurai.
Tayasu studies Satoru and Akira, carefully observing in silence. So we've got a choice here, and we're going to time out. We can kill him, let Akira kill him, or spare his life. I'm going to let Akira kill him, because I did it previously, and now Satoru is going to do the samurai path, and relations have improved.
Akira, show this man the path to Yomi.
Thank you, Satoru.
Death, perhaps better than he deserved. I'm glad you walk the path of our faith. Come with me, we must speak. Now then.
Tayasu looks the two ronin over, the faint wisp of a smile on his lips.
I take it you have had your fill of sake. Might I also assume you know who I am?
Of course, Tayasu-sama, faithful hand of the Shogun.
Master Mokitsugu, he praised you often, and for him praise was not... I mean, he was many things, but...
Akira, let us not speak ill of Mokitsugu-sama.
Tayasu nods.
Silence is a flower. Mokitsugu Dono knew this well, and yet he voiced praise for you both too. Most loyal, most capable of his pupils. In this time of great war, his loss will be felt all the more. Emperor Mutsuhito, he must be stopped.
Tayasu sweeps his arm over the battle-ruined ryokan.
Look around you. You have seen firsthand that misguided men follow his proclamations blindly. And the power of these gaijin weapons. Indeed, his machinery of war wreaks havoc on our lands. Each morning my pigeons return with news of his depravity.
Tayasu unfurls a messenger scroll and reads from it.
Hiroji, a 12-year-old servant in the Emperor's castle, found in possession of a Shinto talisman. The execution of Hiroji's parents, both cast into an enormous clay pot and boiled alive.
They were what?
That is not all. Their flesh was served as a stew to Hiroji. He was forced to dine upon his parents or suffer the same fate.
Tayasu returns the scroll to his kimono.
Emperor Mutsuhito is an enemy to all Nippon. Under his will, our lives, our traditions, our connection to the kami, all will be taken from us. I must ask a request of you, warriors of Makitsugu Dono. But first, do you have questions?
Forgive me, Teiyo-sama, but I'm unclear. I don't know your profession exactly.
Forgive me, Teos.
Oh, that's what I just said.
That is true. You do not.
The faintest of smiles returns to the old man's face. How did you know we were here?
Knowledge is my business. Even the drunken rambles of two runaway ronin in their past. Misadventures.
Tayasu gives a little smirk. Satoru looks down in embarrassment.
Tayasu-sama, we are at your service. What is your request?
Forging a clay pod big enough for the Emperor. Satoru clears his throat in irritation.
Tomorrow you will present yourselves to the Shogun at Edo. He wishes to speak with you.
Shogun Tokugawa-sama? So we could read this. This is historical stuff. For over 200 years, the Tokugawa dynasty has presided over Nippon. The current shogun, Tokugawa Yoshinobu, is the 15th of his lineage. Under their rule, Nippon has undergone many changes. It has strived for a greater connection to the kami. Its military and moral codes have been unified as kamido. The shogunate position is to reject the corruptive influence of gaijin, particularly those from the far reaches of the Western world, and to maintain its power as de facto rulers. Of course, these objectives have left Shogun Tokugawa at direct odds with Emperor Mutsuhito.
But we are ronin. We are unworthy of the shogun.
And yet I ask it of you anyway. Will you refuse?
Of course not, Tayasu-sama. We will be there.
Good. Rest now, warriors. Tomorrow you shall address Shogun Tokugawa. Together you will discuss the future of our land.
Tayasu led them to Edo.
Dawn rises over
Shogun,
Edo.
guardian
Fateful
of faith
meeting
and
with
kami,
Shogun Tokugawa.
defender of tradition, warden
You
of
must
magic.
travel north to the Sugiyama estate
Your mission is simple,
to find its young
but
master.
it's also crucial. You will travel to my friend's house and escort his son on your way back to me. Kill anyone who tries to kill the boy, or even worse, to kidnap him. I forbid you to fail, for the boy will reverse the course of the war.
Such an opportunity to restore the honor. But who is the boy?
February 13th, 1868, Sugiyama Estate. The shogun has delivered his instructions. Travel to the Sugiyama estate and escort its young master back to Edo. The boy will change the course of the war. Meaning behind these words remains a mystery. Satoru and Akira travel in secrecy through forest roads. On a rain-soaked evening, they arrive at their destination. But this is exactly what I mean. If this boy is so important, why send us? Change the course of the war. Surely the Shogun's Hatamoto would be better suited. And besides...
Akira, I do not know the answers to your questions. I knelt before the shogun just as you did. I heard as you heard. Now I walk as you walk. So let us walk in silence.
Akira begins to speak again, but then thinks better of it.
What is this? An abandoned cart? The wares have been left unattended. Where is the owner?
Satoru, look! Was that an Ame Furukozo? Satoru nods. Reminds me of Cho-chan, dancing with him in the rain. Akira chatters happily, Satoru's stern words already forgotten. So we have an exploration phase now, and we're a bit more free to move about. It's real time, it's not turn-based. The camera is fixed to the characters, I noticed, so I can't quite sort of move around and look at stuff further ahead as I did before, and I think they're controlled with... it's just right-click, and we're controlling Satoru, and I don't have a way to switch to Akira, so he's kind of leading our party. We have a creased telegram. So we can open the journal by pressing J. And then we can look at notes. So we have creased telegram. Recipient, Mitsuyuki of Ozu Island. Your excuses are shameful. Failing your duties. Your child is hungry. Return in prosperity or not at all. Yuriko. Harsh. I can hold down a button to sort of highlight things we can pick up, I think. But there's nothing here right now. But I can still rotate the camera. Satoru, there are tracks here. Footprints leading deeper into the forest. Let's go after the thing that ran away from us.
Careful.
Satoru, you worry too much. We've got these things here, and they're kind of gathered around this this body on a slab. Is there anything over here? No, and I can't walk through the water. So I guess we should go and look at the body. Pale blue robes, trimmed hair. These are not the calloused hands of a warrior. A merchant, if I had to guess. Satoru looks out to the gentle lapping of water on the shore.
He chose this place. He left our world on his own terms. But why so suddenly?
Satoru looks at the crowd of dancing Amafurukozo quizzically. So these... I'm going to try and limit how many times I try and say that word, but they're benign yokai, or supernatural entities connected with rainfall. They manifest as childlike figures and often carry umbrellas, paper lanterns, and headwear to guard against the rain. The weather seems to have drawn these ones over. Akira addresses the yokai, a ridiculous smile on his face. Did you see what happened? Of course you didn't. You can't see anything through your big old hats, can you? No, you can't.
Ugh.
What? They don't mind, do you, little fellas?
We should inform someone at the residence of a body here.
Corpse? As you wish. We could also take a look at the cart. Now that we know who the owner is, you know. Come on, little ones, let us through. Okay, so I kind of advanced the main story before I did actually manage to turn in that side quest. So I'll try and actually get to the resolution of that this time. So items, we collect here, and then we can... this is a small healing potion. It's 3 HP out of our 24 total, so it's not a huge bonus, but can be the difference between life and death. So once we've done that, it'll appear here on our hotbar. And from what I played, there does seem to be quite a few items and stuff, so you don't necessarily need to hoard things indefinitely, you know, that there should be opportunities to use stuff and then get more quite regularly. Where was that cart? I think it was down here. Okay, so we can interact with it now. Akira rifles through the contents of the boxes. Raku pottery, statuettes of Amaterasu. Rather amateur statuette, right, Satoru?
Leave the kami out of your childishness. Keep searching.
What do we have here? Azami tea and even a few toki extracts. Good find. Satoru spots a strange device.
What is this?
Akira's eyes light up. Oh, some kind of device, like a weapon or something else. Wait, isn't this Gaijin technology? Satoru, what should we do? We could just take the herbs. We could take the herbs and the device, or we could leave it all. I'm going to take the herbs and the device.
I do not like it, but it may help our cause.
So Satoru was pushed slightly towards the ronin path. I think this is wise, Satoru. By understanding our enemy, we can defeat him. Akira runs his hands over the device. Maybe it can even be used.
The path of tradition brought us only to the dead eyes of our master, a discarded corpse on the battlefield.
Satoru eyes the device warily.
Perhaps it is time for something else.
Satoru.
Let us go. We must find the boy for Shogun Tokugawa.
So, go back to the inventory. So we've got a bunch of stuff now. So this is... sometimes you have to... I don't know, it's probably just because it's an alpha build, but sometimes you actually, to get the thing up, you actually have to move the item. Mysterious ENC device. A strange metallic box wrapped in leather with a small handle and red button. No amount of prodding nor poking makes its purpose clear. So we'll leave that for now. I don't know quite what that is. But we have Azami T. The next damaging attack by us also shifts the enemy, well, delays the enemy by 5. So that's pretty good. I'll equip that. I'll also equip another... this is... Okay, so this is a strong Toki extract of 3 HP. These ones are 2 HP, so I'll pop one there. ENC leaflet. We extend our gratitude to you for enjoying the services of our skilled physicians. Landon Blakemore Jr. would like also to extend an invitation. Please visit our newly opened hospitals in Hiroshima and Okayama. All citizens of Nippon loyal to the glorious emperor can rely on world-leading care from our doctors and surgeons free of charge. Okay. And this is Onifukuma's Tuft. After consuming the next damaging attack, receives a delay of 5. Okay, so you delay yourself, but the attack does deal double damage. I'm going to equip this on Satoru again, because I wonder if we use the double attack, that might do both strikes. I guess we'll find out. But I'll also go over to Akira and let's give him the other couple of extracts as little healing things. So we can kind of... I mean, there is places to explore. It's not a huge wide open area, at least in this very early part. But there is stuff to find here. I like that when you get near stuff, it actually sort of explodes in these sort of like cherry blossom type things. So it's quite hard to actually miss stuff you can pick up as long as you're, you know, somewhere in the area. Now I can interact with this. A pile of chopped wood exposed to the rain and surrounded by footsteps in the mud. On the fence, a thick cloth cover. Somebody was working hard but left in a hurry. Judged by the axe marks, they're not a skilled craftsman. Going back to the inventory briefly. So we've picked up... I don't know what this is. Reishi powder. So it restores 2 HP each turn for 3 turns. It's actually a bit more of a heal. So I might take the smaller extract out and give that to him. What's this? Worn Hachimaki, a simple headband, stained from frequent use, most likely belonged to a labourer. Alright, okay. Those are both the same thing. I think we'll leave those for now. We're getting close to the, was it Sugiyama estate? It's up there. This path leads us back into the forest clearing where those little creatures were. What's up here? I don't think I can sort of wander off too... Oh, I take that back. I can wander through the forest. Oh. Didn't even try doing that before. We've got sort of a pier here. Can't go any further. An old pier, probably constructed for local fishers and routine merchant shipments. It appears to have been neglected for some time. Stems of withered flowers are tied to the post, a melancholic reminder of a long-lost love. Okay, so I can't sort of wander into the thicket of bushes, but oh, okay, you can actually, yeah, I wasn't expecting to be able to go through the trees, so I didn't even try that before. I think there's things to pick up here as well. Reishi powder, so that's kind of the regen heal. And Mizuhiki, I don't know what that is. We have a look in here. An art form created by pulling rice paper cords into elegant designs. In this case, silver and red cords have been beautifully tied into a crane. It's a little muddy, but the colours symbolise peace and ward off evil. Okay, we can't equip those. Now, they do have their weapons, and there's slots next to them. I didn't get anything like this in the demo, but I'm wondering if you can... Maybe if you can't change their weapons, maybe you can enhance them in some way. Likewise here, we can see with the bow and arrow, there's a slot next to it. And then our sword. So I think these characters have their own weapons, but we might be able to sort of change how effective they are at some point. Who goes there? Approach slowly. Approach slowly, strangers. I am Omura Satoru. And my name's Takagi Akira. We gladly find ourselves in your care, fellow warriors of the Shogun. The sentry studies Akira with a mixture of curiosity and disgust. As white as a Yurei. Is there, Makito? Now, a Yurei, which translates to a faint spirit, general term for a ghost. They most commonly appear dressed in white with dangling limbs and long falling hair. Here, then, the sentry uses the term as an insult, comparing Akira's pale complexion to that of a Yurei. Yeah, okay.
But we're not fellow warriors, Ronin. Satoru stiffens. Of course, he speaks true, Akira. We do not mean to offend.
Akito grunts. Proceed. Master Kenjiro awaits your arrival. But we're keeping our eyes on you. Watch your steps, Ronin.
Even a lowly Ronin can know the value of honor and hospitality.
A lowly Ronin should know when to hold his tongue.
So when we level up, remain silent. Whisper to the guard. Insult my friend again in this Yurei. Will visit your family in their sleep. So Akira's gone towards cold-blooded. The sentry flinches, his eyes wide in fear. An old, unkempt man in decrepit clothes watches the rain fall onto the courtyard. This must be Sugiyama Kinjiro. Upon seeing the two Ronin, he calls out,
"You two! Finally! Making an old man wait in the rain! Every day I'm reminded that manners have forsaken our world."
Our apologies, Kenjiro-sama. We travelled with great speed to reach you.
You here for the boy?
Yes, Kenjiro-sama. By order of the Shogun Tokugawa, we are here to escort your son to Edo.
The old man's nostrils flare in anger.
Yeah, that little snot's
it's not his voice at all.
that little snot's no son of mine. I've given him shelter, clothes. The ungrateful brat has been exploiting my kindness for far too long. Take him.
A woman appears from the doorway, young enough to be Kenjiro's daughter. My dear, let's not share such bitter words with our guests. Kenjiro's face reddens.
You presume to instruct my manner?
Forgive me, my love. I've only come to...
How dare you interrupt me? All I'm doing for my own goodness is to correct your mistake. Now, do as you're told and stay in the house.
Kinjiro-sama, my son is not a mistake.
And still you speak. A wife obeys her husband. Return to the house.
I only want to say goodbye.
Now!
Kenjiro lets out a long sigh.
It is as I said, manners have forsaken our world. Perhaps if my wife had valued her purity to begin with, we could have avoided this mess.
Let's remain diplomatic.
As you say, Kenjiro-sama.
So again, they back towards the samurai path with that one.
I've wasted enough time with all this. You'll likely find the boy by the koi pond. Take him and be on your way.
What a charming man. Should we stay for dinner?
I do not like him either, Akira, but our priority is the boy. We must remain obedient.
Akira adopts a stern expression in mimicry. As you say, Satoru-sama. Satoru glares at Akira. Akira bursts into laughter. Yes, I know what you're going to say. Our priority is the boy. Come, Akira, we must go. So we're going to level up now. So we open the skill tree. So we can... where does it say about how many points we have? I can't remember. But basically we can unlock new skills. We can upgrade existing skills with these smaller ones that lead off a skill. So I'm going to take... What did I take last time? This is for Akira. Akira takes a moment to focus his aim after a short delay. So this is on the quick shot. So it delays, it doesn't replace it. It's another skill that we can use alongside our sort of basic shot. But it's a short delay, so it's 3 delays. Fires a sudden arrow dealing 6 to 8, so that's not quite double our usual damage. But almost, to an enemy and shifting their turn right by 2. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Or we could do Shinobi's Blade. Akira plunges Wakizashi into an enemy with cold precision, dealing 2 to 3. So you could basically give him a melee attack, but I think it's better to treat him as a ranged specialist, so I'm going to take the quick draw arrow focus form on that, I think. Notice how every skill has perk points attached to it. This is yet another kind of progression. More on that later. Now, I never did find out what this is about. But is it... They don't seem to do anything different. Well, not that. I mean, at some point, okay. I guess it's another resource that we gather that maybe we can enhance certain skills. I don't know. Honestly, I'm just speculating. But one thing is we can see down here is there's 2 sides to this little bar at the bottom, which is warm-hearted on one side or cold-blooded, which is the route we've kind of taken Akira down. It doesn't say kind of what you get for doing that, but if we have a look at Satoru. I think we've been more balanced here, kind of a little ronin, a little samurai. But again, it hasn't really been explained what happens if you progress down one of these bars. I mean, obviously these go to the left and right, so I'm wondering if you get to the end of the bar whether you can only have skills on this right hand side or versus ones on the left. I don't know. Again, it's mere speculation, but with him we can give him Murfubuki Cut, empowers his attack, so this is on his basic attack, wielding a unique high grip. He strikes twice, each dealing 2 to 4 damage, so less than our usual, but it does hit twice though. Additionally, each slice has a 25% chance of inflicting bleed, so that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Again, I don't know what this distraction means. I haven't had that explained to me. Satoru, well, we've got a dash. Dashes to an enemy, delivering a fierce strike as he passes before arriving behind them. Deals 7 to 8 damage. There's a 2-turn cooldown on that. Doesn't sound like this has a cooldown. So at minimum, we're doing 4 damage with 2 hits, but we're doing 4 damage on our minimum basic attack anyway. So I think I'm gonna go for that. I think give him 2 attacks with unlocking like a 25% chances of actually inflicting bleed with them. I think we'll do that. There we go. Okay, so that's the skills stuff. Now, before I went charging off up there, and that's actually where we progressed the quest. So I just want to take a little bit of time just to have a look around some of these other areas here, and maybe even turn in this quest that we've got, because I never did do that previously. There's like a little pier up here. Something here too. What's this? Doki. We've got reishi powder. A Jumonji Yari sheath. Okay. Does. I'm wondering, is it something that I can? No. Okay. It's a deadly spear with 3 blades, almost akin to a trident. It is no longer common in battle, but is respected for its deadly elegance. The sheath itself looks expensive and well made, albeit worn from use. Now, it doesn't have any like value on any of these items, but I'm wondering if some of the stuff is something you would maybe sell out at traders to buy other stuff. Not sure. An enormous sakura tree, astonishingly beautiful as it catches the moonlight. It must be hundreds of years old. Amidst the decrepit neglect of the estate, the sakura tree stands proud. On closer look, pervasive moss afflicts the bark. In its twilight years, the tree fights for survival. So let's talk to this. Oh, I can't talk to him. Where do I? It says report the death to someone at the estate, but I assume that maybe there'd be someone over here, but there hasn't been. What about one of the gate guards? There wasn't as much to do over there as I thought there might be. I think there are other areas outside here, though. That I kind of, again, because I didn't know where to go, just kind of passed through. Can't get over there. Can't talk to this guy. There's a little Shiba Inu in there. Oh, okay, there's a potion here. Talk to these guys. So that's where we go to kind of progress things. So what's over here? Ah, it's probably going to be this guy. Let's do that. A sentry stands alone at his post. He stiffens as you approach. Move along. The body of a merchant lies down by the lake. We respectfully ask for his cremation that his spirit may pass on. Body by the lake. The sentry eyes the 2 ronin warily. What happened? Are you responsible?
No, we found him a short way from his cart. He took his own life.
The sentry lets out a sigh.
Oh, that poor fool. Merchant travelled here to peddle his wares, but Master Kenshiro found some gaijin contraptions amongst the goods. East Nippon Company technology. He accused the merchant of being a spy. As punishment, he seized half of the merchandise and sent the man on his way. But with the margins of these traders, it was probably enough to bankrupt him.
Gaijin contraption. Oh, is this what you mean?
Fool, put that thing away quickly. Strongly suggest you keep that well hidden from the others. They may not be as open-minded as I. Thank you for informing me of the merchant. I will see to his body. Now, it's probably best you take your leave.
Okay, so we've got some aloe balm for that. Removes the burn effect, huh? Interesting. Yeah, maybe we'll equip that there for now. No, I didn't come over here either. Can we open this? Ooh. Didn't do any of this before. A large heap of hay, noticeably infested by mice. Occasionally it shifts with their scurrying. Loose hay is scattered around on the ground. Okay. Got over. Anything interesting? More Doki extract. Oh, and a greater one. Love that. Like I said, there seems to be quite a lot of this stuff around, so it's like, just use it when you need it. Doesn't seem much point hoarding things. There to be used, which is always my problem in any RPG, is just hoarding any kind of resource like way beyond actually ever needing it or using it. Okay, so I think we've pretty much done about as much on the estate as we can, so let's progress things. A towering giant stands ready as Satoru and Akira arrive.
Halt!
Don't worry, Ishida, they must be the warriors my father spoke of. Satoru nods. The boy looks down. He is putting on a brave face, but clearly he's very anxious. We, met your father, an interesting man. Oh, yes. He taught us all about manners. Did he mention that they've forsaken our world? As a matter of fact. A little smile appears on the boy's face. Is he the reason why you're sitting here in the rain? I come here sometimes to spend time alone or with my mother. Oh, and with Ishida, of course.
You will not escape me that easily, Bok-chan.
Bok-chan means young master. It is a respectful term one might use to address someone of a lower age but a higher station than themselves. The boy grins at the behemoth man, then his face falls once more. I just thought I'd have more time. Oh, my manners, forgive me. My name is Toshiro, and this is Hiraizumi Ishida, my guardian and my friend. Ishida grunts in affirmation.
I am Amuro Satoru, and this is Takagi Akira. He is also my friend, although he is smaller than yours.
Hey, was that a joke from Stone-Face Satoru? I must be dreaming. Satoru's face remains expressionless. You can depend on us, both of you.
But, forgive our haste, we must move swiftly.
We will leave right away. Satoru nods. I understand. May I ask, do you know why the Shogun wishes to speak with me?
We do not know, young master. As faithful servants of our Shogun, we live only to carry out his will.
I see. Toshiro glances at Akira, then quite quickly looks away. Akira senses the boy's curiosity and flashes a smile. It's all right. You can ask. Toshiro flushes red with embarrassment. I'm sorry, Akira-san, I haven't met anyone like you before. Ishida, too, cannot hide his interest.
Skin and hair as white as snow. Eyes like the Rurika rakusa.
A small flower that grows in spring and can be found in fields throughout Nippon. It is renowned for its beautiful pale blue colour, akin to the eyes of a newborn baby. Some say I was born under a pale moon. Others, Akira leans in dramatically, that I was cursed by a Tsukimono Suji, a hereditary witch with abilities that pass from mother to daughter. Some are said to have the ability to possess, others to summon familiars. They can be feared and shunned, but also respected and even contracted for aid. Akira, however, leans into the folklore for his scary story.
Akira, do not frighten the young master with your nonsense stories. There is no curse. He was born like this.
It's amazing. I'll bet throughout Nippon there's no one quite like you.
On that, we are agreed.
Bok-chan, I know my appearance may be a little strange, but you can trust Satoru and I to deliver.
Watch out.
Ah, we got the ninjas.
Stay behind us, Toshiro-sama.
Who? Why? Where's Mother? Father?
We must make our way to the gates. I am with you, warriors. Bok-chan, be brave. We will protect you.
He's slightly towards the mirth path. Okay, so this is saying, once these have gone, is introducing our new character, Ishida. So he is a little bit different to the others. He only gets 1 action point, but he hits hard. 8 to 11 damage. You can also run up to people and ram them and delay their stuff and head bash them to stun them. So he's quite strong. But he's not invincible, so we've got to bear that in mind. Shifting right. Okay. Oh, God. Why is this all coming up? As you've learned, the shift affects target. Yeah. So that's basically saying you use ram on the enemy to delay him. So we're going to use that. And it's got... Which one? Oh, hang on. Okay, I should probably move. Let's move up a little bit. And then we'll ram. And you can choose a square to knock them into. I don't know how much that really matters. Let's do that. Shifting left. Notice the enemy's position has shifted right on the timeline. Okay, so he's gone all the way over here. Or was it him? No, I don't know. You can assist allies by shifting left. I think we know that. But I think Toshiro can do that. Anyway, let's do that. Now we've got this flamethrower guy. You've learned that a delayed skill is vulnerable to break and its bonuses, but there are ways to mitigate this. Some powerful skills resist breaks through focus. Yeah, so basically, you can see he's got kind of this little circle symbol and a 6. We have to do... I think you should do 6 damage to him. I think it comes off his health anyway. But it's going to take that damage to break his focus, basically. So we've got Satoru now. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to come here. I'm going to get a couple of smacks on this guy. So because we did enough damage, we did 12 damage, that was enough to break his saved attack. I do have another attack because we got an AP back for breaking it. Let's get one of those in. And I'm going to move him away because these guys do explode upon death. So let's move him a little bit up towards this rifleman. We've got a Kira now, so I think probably the best thing we can do is just finish off this guy with 1 hit. Only got 1 HP. Now, I think you can just about see there's kind of like a circle around where he was. It's not very clear, but there is, I think it's probably on the timeline somewhere or will appear somewhere. That will explode at some point. So that's fun. Can only do a quick attack now. I can do that, and then I can do this focus one maybe. So I think I want to get a bit closer so that it's not like a far target. If I come here, so he's a bit protected from this rifleman. There was a shield icon there. I'm assuming that's more about line of sight. Oh, that's just info about Akira. So let's do this. It is saying he's still counting as a far target, which is a bit annoying. There's 1 less damage. To be honest, he'll be able to kill him anyway. But maybe on him. Might put some damage on this guy, actually. There we go. So this guy moves first, and then Akira's delayed attack will go. Delay that guy a bit further. Toru again. Okay, now he's out of range of people. I'm going to chase after the rifleman. Because I happen to know that there's going to be, when these enemies die, there's going to be more coming in from various corners. But let's do the leader's call, just to get our guys acting a bit quicker. Just as we might as well do something. So Tashiro's going now. It's annoying we can't hit him. He's actually controlled by AI, so I can't do anything. Don't know what you're doing! You maniac! Reinforcements, yeah. So basically the reinforcements are piling in now. Oh boy, I wish you hadn't done that. Ow! I guess we got in the way of the shot. That's kind of cool. I didn't know that happened. But I'm fine with that. Okay, now we got... Which one's attacking? The one with little health. Well, I think we should probably... I was toying with the idea of a stun, but I think if this guy is acting next, we just we'll take him down. And just try and move up to help cover Toshiro. Okay, so we could do the Twin Blades attack thing. That not necessarily enough to kill this guy, but I guess we could... If we did it from... Now, interestingly, he's got a melee attack. He must have, like, I think it's because of his bayonet. So if I'm trying to get around behind this guy, it is actually saying that he'll get a strike on us. But I'm prepared to let that happen, because I think it should mean that we can then kill this guy. Even though we took 2 damage, this should mean that he dies. There he goes. Ah, no, this is where the reinforcements are coming, and I see now. That's what that was. Okay. Rather than let Otoru take those on by himself, maybe I'll run there, but then I'll turn and face the guys who are coming in. I could maybe... Yeah, let's take the reishi powder. That'll be a couple of turns of healing then. Okay. I've got a Kira. So these are the reinforcements, I think. So we could set up a big hit on, say, this guy. It won't kill him, but it should happen next. Yeah. Okay. Well, after the reinforcements come in, and now that explosion's going to happen where that fire guy was. I don't know if we'll see it, but that's what the symbol for it is. I don't know why these guys just appear from the ground. It could be there's something supernatural going on. I guess we don't know that yet. If there isn't, it would be nice to kind of see them maybe jump in or run in or something rather than just kind of appear. But... Okay, so we got this. Okay, so who's going next? It's the one with 9 health, I think. So if we could run in... We wouldn't kill him is the thing. Unless I did... So I did that to deal double damage. I could do this one to put some bleed on. Or just hit for max damage both times and kill him outright. I mean, that's an option too. I'm going to come here and we'll face the 2 that are about to run in. So in case you're wondering, this little symbol here is not bleed. It's indicating that they're wet, which sort of interacts with the fire burning system type stuff. But if I click on that, it should say, soaking wet. Any flames have been extinguished. Cannot be set on fire. So that's what that is. Because when I first did this, I was like, why is everyone bleeding? But that's not what that is. Yeah, so he's killed him. Do not run towards those guys. Oh, Toshiro! Let us keep you alive. Who's going next? Ah, okay. So what could we do? We could run in and do a ram maybe on this guy. Sort of knock him back a square as well. That's interesting, because I wasn't intending to run over that bridge, but does he get burned if he goes through it now? Maybe. What's the range? The range on this is pretty good, so I might move Akira back here and set up a big attack on this guy. Guy's still healing. That I thought that was supposed... Yeah, that's gone on longer than I thought it would, which is good. That's a good thing. So I could... Yeah, I think we try and finish off this guy. I was just thinking about how we'll do it, but I think I'll use the double attack. Ow, I didn't see that that would kill him. That would hurt me. He's down. Damn, yeah, he's on fire. He's basically lit himself on fire now, is effectively what he's done. Ooh. I forgot they had a ranged attack. Oh, they're both going for Taru. He's run out of his healing now. Well, let's take that. Let's get people acting... Oh, I'm still on cooldown. Okay. So I have to kind of come up to him and hit him in the face this way. I can do that a couple of times. I think maybe we go and do a stun on this guy. Take him out of the fight for a sec. Maybe I could... I mean, his basic attack will kill him as well, so that's fine. See, oh, he set up an attack. Well, that's fine because I'm now going to do this. See, that's the explosion radius, which isn't appearing on it yet, so it takes a moment. But let's get Akira over here anyway. Maybe we can put some damage on someone. Yeah, I'll do that. Yay, he's healed. I knew he was a healer. I didn't know the AI would choose to go and do it, so that's kind of cool. We just need to come up and kill this guy now. Let's do it from that square. Get the back hit damage on, and I think that's it. Healing shrines. After a long battle, approach the shrine to give a short prayer. Your entire party gets a burst of healing. So, let's do that. Bad. Yeah, everyone's at maximum apart from our dude here, who's a little way off. 1 HP off. Now, from what I could see, enemies don't seem to sort of drop loot or anything like that. In fact, what I might do is equip some more of this stuff, and I'll get the reishi powder going in there as well. We probably want to give Ishida some of this stuff too. It's going to be another fight. I want to sort of run through and see everything on fire. Oh, we can't go that way. Yeah, they haven't left much alive. Guards, are they all dead? Maybe we can help.
Bokchan, wait!
Ooh. What? Do not dare touch my son. Toshiro, my darling, are you hurt? Mother! Ow!
Asuki, Sama.
I know of your questions. Now is not the time. I trust those blades are no mere decorations. We need to leave. This seems to be a bit of a bug, this notification that keeps popping up. Hopefully they solve that. Satoru nods. To the gates, quickly. Yeah, so I've got to wait for that to go. So basically we've got Asuki has joined our team now. Lies entangle truth in webs of cold beauty, but love cannot be bound. I forgot to say this actually earlier. Every character who comes in, they have like a little haiku, a sort of character description. She's kind of like a demonic mage type character. She's got some interesting abilities. We've got quite a big party now. We've got all these guys here. But this bit's a bit sad. We've got to decide the dog's fate. As far as I know, all we can do is either leave it to burn to death. Oh, is there anything I can do? I don't want to kill it. Can I? Wondering. Oh, oh! I didn't even see this before. I can shoot the box and save the dog. Oh, I thought I had to kill it. Oh, amazing. Okay, we can save the dog. Right, okay, well that's, I was going to say I wasn't looking forward to that bit, having done it previously, but we saved the little pup.
You bastards! My home, what have you done? Get me above, how could you let this happen? I will make you pay. I curse you!
Father?
And you. This is all your fault. You're no son of mine. I should never have taken you in.
Don't speak about her, I can't. This stuff goes a bit quick sometimes for me to voice it all. What is happening? The boy cries out in tremendous pain. What? Ah!
Bokchan!
Demon child, what are you doing to me? Ah!
Oh, this is really gross, this bit. Satoru, I don't... Yeah, the boy turned his father into a big horrible demon that starts attacking everyone. And sets everything on fire. So yeah, so we're fighting the assassins and that thing now as well, although that thing is also fighting the assassins who are also fighting it. So there's an interesting three-way battle going on now. Satoru... How I did this before was just kind of back off and let this guy sort of fight these ones back here. But we could come and try and do something about this guy while getting off the eruption. Put in a double attack. And then let's run in here. Yeah, so that's on fire now where he was standing. Oh god. Oh no, he's just set up a turn. Okay, well that's not too bad. We've got a Akira, so I think Akira... Can I do 6 damage to this guy? I mean... If I use both attacks, then I'll get an AP back, but I need to get a little bit closer first, so... I don't think that gets in the way, but it might. No, it's fine. So if I do that again, it'll break. Then I get another AP back, so I could... Yeah, let's do a stronger one on him. Like that. Let this thing just cause a bit of havoc up there with those guys. I think they cancelled my attack. That's a bit annoying. Nope. So what's happening? Oh yeah, we can attack this guy then. That's fine for me. Didn't count as a break though, so he doesn't get the AP back. 15 time units, there we go. Deals 2 to 4 damage to anyone in range, we can see. So where do we want to go? Is that... That's an enemy, isn't it? Okay, well let's go in and do something about this guy. I should have used the other cut, I think. Never mind. Okay, he should be on fire now. Oh, you stay away from us. I was going after that guy. Okay, now he's on fire. He's gone to stand in that fire as well. Okay, so now we've got Asuki. Or Asuke? Is it Asuke or Suki? Not sure. So her skills anyway, so she can stab someone, not dealing much damage, to be fair. Or she can use her hair to thrust them forward in a puncturing medium range strike, dealing 3 to 4 damage. Or a spirit pull. Asuki coaxes the spirit of an ally. They are shifted left by 5, allowing them to act earlier. Okay. Doesn't look like any of those end the turn, so that's good. Obviously she'll need to move. And we need to start putting damage on the big guy. Let's just come off there. Actually, can I... leave that be. Yeah, so let's hit you. And who do we want to act sooner by 5? Yeah, actually, he's just in range, so we'll bring him up, so he should act next. Pretty much. And I'm going to move her away a bit further. He does like a group heal on everyone, which is kind of nice. Enemies will target him, though, so we need to be aware of that. I think let's come up here. Maybe we'll stun this guy who's about to explode into fire anyway, and that should kill him. I might let's back off a little bit. Okay, so I don't know if I can kind of get behind this guy. I think he'd probably hit me anyway. Why can't I... Okay, I can move now. Yeah, so he's got 8. I think... might do this bleed attack. He's down. Do the bleed. I can do the bleed attack again, actually. Let's try it on this guy. Didn't get the bleed. Let's just try and maintain a little bit of distance from him. What good it does. Okay, so when's this guy acting? He's acting after 1 turn. Okay, well that's pretty soon, isn't it? I don't think I can do much about that. I could shoot him a couple of times, or we could... He's dead, I think. Yeah, you know, if I shoot him once, he's on fire. Let's shoot him again. Yeah, so he'll die. Let's just kind of get him away from stuff. He's got so much movement, this. Wow, where's he going? He's going all that way, all that way to hit that guy. Who isn't going to die in that fire now, like I kind of intended him to. Never mind. Yeah, he'd been dead now if that guy hadn't shoved him. Oh well. He's dead. Okay, that went off anyway. Now he's dead. And he's acting down. Okay, so I think let's attack this guy. Maybe a double attack. Probably not much point running away. So we'll leave that. I'll do a hair attack. I mean, I'm not going to melee for like 1 or 2 points of damage or whatever she does, so let's just bring it back there. Now, Akira's an interesting one. What I might do is set up a delayed attack on him for a big amount of damage. That's further away than I thought it was, actually. Damn. AoE, didn't expect that. However, we got Ishida now. Oh, he's got his little eyeballs out. I remember these. These are annoying. Let's ram him towards this guy, maybe. I could have shifted him into the fire. I don't even know. He may not be able to be burned, to be fair. Can I use one of these on someone else? I don't know. Anyway, let's leave that for now. Let's shift everyone. We're getting acting a bit earlier, I think. I feel like this guy's probably still like the main threat, isn't he? So we try and put some bleed on with a couple of hits. I guess I'll stay here. Now she can get him acting a bit quicker. Oh, didn't see the eyeball there. I was stuck around. Actually, no, that's fine. That is fine. So let's get Akira shifted a bit quicker, and then we'll hit the eyeball. It's going to explode, unfortunately. So she might have time to get away. No. I think that's it. Kind of wanted Akira to go before these eyeballs because they're just a bit annoying. Smack in the face with an eyeball. Oh, I think that burned to death. Right, now it's Akira, so... guess he hasn't got his skills up because he's stuck in melee with this thing. I want to hit a couple of them, so why don't we... Damn it. Missed that he was going to die anyway. Where's he off to? I think a couple of hits on you is probably enough. this way. Don't know where he's off to. Leave her to deal with the eyeball alone, but I think we should be able to kill this guy now. As far as I know, he doesn't explode. And Akira. It's going to take a little bit more damage, but I think it should be fine. Toshiro! Toshiro! My baby! Wake up, please! Wake up!
Bok-chan. What has happened to him?
His spirit has become trapped. I cannot rouse him. I cannot help him. We must take him to someone that can. Ishida, would you mind?
I will carry him, Asuke-sama. Asuke-sama, the Shogun has tasked us with...
Toshiro cannot serve your shogun like this. Surely you see that. Then what do you suggest? There's a monastery not far from here. There's Shinshoku there. In matters of the spirit, they may be able to help.
In Edo, I'm sure there are.
Satoru-san, this is not a discussion. I am taking the boy to the monastery. If you wish to join us, you may.
Very well. To the monastery then. And please, let us make haste.
And there we go. That is the end of the alpha preview for Shadows of the Road. Or Shadow of the Road. Can't remember if it's plural or singular. There we go, Shadow of the Road there. I really enjoyed this. I think it's looking really promising. I mean, it's been on my wish list anyway for ever since I'd kind of become aware that it was something that was in the pipeline. And having played it, I'm even looking forward to it even more, I think. It's right up my alley. It's an RPG with exploration elements and tactical battles, and, you know, it's a good time. But let me know in the comments your thoughts as well. Is it something you'd like to see more of on the channel when it releases? As far as I know, it's just it's coming soon, I think, at the moment on the Steam store. So it doesn't have an exact sort of period of, a target of release just yet. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to playing more. Let me know your thoughts, as I said. And if you enjoyed this episode, if you could hit the like button, that'd be amazing. And if you're watching this and not yet subscribed to the channel, if you could do that as well, that'd be fantastic. So thanks very much, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.